After his enlightenment, the Buddha was invited by his father, King Suddhodana, to visit his relatives at Kapilavatthu. He arrived with 20,000 enlightened monks and camped outside the city walls. The king, along with many of the Buddha's relatives of the Sakyan clan, came out to see the Buddha. However, the Sakyans were a proud and stiff-necked race. Many of the royals said,
Siddhartha is like our younger brother, our nephew, our grandson. We will not pay respects to him. You younger royals pay your respects. We will wait here behind you.
The Buddha, perceiving their thoughts and intents, thought to himself, "They will not pay their respects. This will be harmful to them." So the Buddha rose up into the air and created many marvels and miracles for all to see and observe. Many of the Sakyan nobles were awestruck. The Buddha's father was especially moved and said, "In the past, I have bowed my head and paid my respects to my own son on 2 separate occasions." Addressing the Buddha, the king said, "When you were just a baby, the Brahmin Asita came to see you. Once he saw your features, he bowed to the floor. I asked him, 'Brahmin, why do you bow to my son, this baby?' He said, 'I knew that a great being destined to be the Buddha had been born unto this earth. When I saw the auspicious marks on your son's body, I knew that he would be the one to become the enlightened one." Upon hearing this, King Suddhodana also bowed to his son, Prince Siddhartha. Years later, on the day of the plowing festival, when you were still young, you sat under a rose apple tree. As the sun moved across the sky, the shadows moved accordingly. However, the shadow behind you did not. Once I saw this, I knew you were special and paid my respects for a second time." And then King Suddhodana said, "And now, as I see a miracle with my own eyes that I cannot deny, I pay my respects to you again." And with that, the king bowed to the Buddha. When the king bowed, not a single Sakyan was left standing. Rain then fell from the sky, but it was not a regular rain. It was special. Those who wished to get wet got wet. Those who wished to remain dry remained dry. All who saw this were astonished and cried, "Wow! A miracle! A miracle! What a marvel! What a marvel!" After the Buddha came down, he said, "This is not the first time such rain has fallen." Then upon request, he told a story of the past. Once upon a time, in the distant past, King Sanchaya and his queen Pusati ruled in the city of Jetutara in the kingdom of Siwi. Queen Pusati had been promised 10 boons by Saka. To date, she received 9. Her final boon would be to give birth to a son. Saka ascended to the highest of heavens, the heaven of the 33, and invited the great being, the Bodhisat, to be conceived in the womb of Queen Pusati. The great being came down and was reborn there, and 60,000 gods were born in the families of 60,000 courtiers. Once she conceived, Queen Pusati felt the immense urge to give alms and ordered 6 alms halls to be built, one at each of the 4 gates, one in the middle of the city, and one at her own door so that she might give alms with her own hands. And so, the queen gave birth to Prince Wesantara. Ever since the prince's birth, gifts from all over the world were brought endlessly. The prince was even given a large white elephant, widely considered a lucky omen. As much as the prince received, he had the urge to give to others. He had no sense of greed and gave freely with a charitable heart. He never hesitated, nor did he regret any gift. The more valuable the gift, the happier he was to give it away. One day, when he was 8 years old, he reclined on a couch and thought, "Everything I give has been given to me by others. I wish I could give something of my very own. If someone asked for my eyes, I would pluck them out. If someone asked for my flesh, I would freely give it." As he thought this, the earth massively quaked. All the spirits and gods rejoiced with the prince's dedication to giving, knowing that it would be his final hurdle to cross into Buddhahood. They were witnessing the final trial before the finale. When the prince got older, he was engaged and married to Madi. Then, not long after that, he was given the kingdom, and Queen Madi gave birth to Prince Chali and Princess Kanhachina. Around that time, in the nearby kingdom of Kalinga, a fierce drought afflicted the land. Crops no longer grew, and men resorted to crime in order to make a living. The people demanded that the king do something. He tried everything to make the rain come, but he could not. The advisors told him of a great white elephant in King Wesantara's country that was a good omen and could bring rain. The king of Kalinga and a small retinue traveled to the kingdom of Siwi and happened to come upon King Wesantara riding on his great white elephant. Upon exchanging greetings, the king of Kalinga immediately told King Wesantara of his plight and his mission to come beg for King Wesantara's charity. King Wesantara said that all the king of Kalinga had to do was ask, and the elephant would be a gift. And with that, he came down from the elephant and formally gave it to the shocked king of Kalinga. The king of Kalinga rode the elephant through the city and proclaimed the greatness of the compassion and charity of King Wesantara and his ability to give away priceless things. However, when the people of Siwi saw this, instead of rejoicing, they were angry. They worried that now that the auspicious elephant which brought rain and prosperity was given away, their fortunes would be reversed and they would suffer. This reached the ears of King Sanchaya, and he was greatly distressed. King Sanchaya tried to calm the angry people down, but they refused to be appeased. They called for the immediate and permanent exile of King Wesantara. Nothing else would sate their anger. King Sanchaya reluctantly approached his son and said,
"My son, it is the people's will that I must banish you from this land which has always been our home. It breaks my heart to think how you will survive out there."
"Father, I don't understand why the people would demand my banishment for giving that which is mine to give. However, I understand that you are doing what you must do. I blame you not. I will go willingly as the people demand of me. I gave willingly, and I will receive the results willingly. Father, all I ask is that I be given 1 day postponement, so that I might give the gifts of 700 to all the land." Then, King Wesantara went to Queen Mari. He said,
Mari, my love, anything that I have ever given you, please go hide it, lest it be taken from you.
My lord, I will do as you ask, even if I understand not. Then King Wesantara said,
Mari, be kind to your next husband. Take care of his children. Be respectful to his parents, and do your duty well. If no man wishes to be your husband after I am gone, then you go and seek a husband. Do not tarry alone.
This confused Queen Mari even more. She thought, why would he say such things to me? After King Wesantara explained the whole situation to her, she felt a great swelling within her heart, and she said, My lord, wherever you go, I shall go. Wherever you live, I shall live. Whether you go to a forest beset with beasts, there alongside you I shall be. If given the choice to die with you or to live away from you, death is my choice. So with my children upon my chest and back, I will follow you, wherever you may lead. You will not experience burdens due to me. I will alleviate burdens from you. Even if you deny me this, I will follow you against your will. Only death can stop me. This I swear. And with this, King Wesantara smiled. On the next day, King Wesantara gave the gifts of 700. He gave 700 horses, elephants, chariots, cows, and every kind of food and drink to the very people who demanded his exile. Then, taking his leave of his father and mother, Wesantara, stripped of his title, traveled out the gate with Mari, Chali, and Kanhachina. Wesantara did not hold an ounce of resentment towards the people. Instead, he understood that this was part of his trial. He desired to give without limit, and therefore must overcome all obstacles and hardships. The people looked upon the faces of Wesantara and his family, and felt shame in their hearts. Along the way, they met people who were in need. Wesantara gladly gave all his horses, supplies, and goods to the needy people. Wesantara and his family continued the journey on foot. Wesantara learned that there was a secluded place high in the mountains that would be suitable for them to reside. He willfully made the journey with Mari by his side. She never uttered a single complaint. Instead, she gave him encouragement and support. When they arrived at the top of the mountain, they found 2 abandoned huts. Wesantara knew that these huts were made for him by Saka himself. What did you learn from this story? We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads.